Sergio for Practical Combat here with Jerry from the famous YouTube channel Fight Commentary Breakdowns. It's an honor having you here. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I am good. And look at this Practical Combat Martial Arts, Sergio. So thank you for the shirt.
No, for sure. Man, I want first, before we start the interview, I want to say thank you for all you have done in the martial art. I know many people, when they see your channel, they get the wrong idea, but you're just exposing the good and the bad out of everything, in my opinion. And what I like about your channel is you are not biased. Like you say whatever you see of the footage. You say the good, you say the bad, and you have bring a lot of people to martial art doing that because you have shown them what work most of the time, in my opinion, based on what I see in your program, which I see every video. And also you have shown them how to distinguish between a Bosher martial art and a real one. Because we have Bosher Muay Thai too, we have Bosher Kung Fu, Bosher Karate, fake boxing. There is everything. So in my opinion, you have done a really good job in that. And I want to thank you for that. So I have a few questions. Tell me, where do you got the idea to start your YouTube channel? Tell me.
How did I get started? Yeah, that's a funny thing. So remember TFC, Team Fighting Championships?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that brand? They did the 5-on-5 MMA. So I was working at a company, and we talked to them. We talked to the guy, Mikael, the guy who runs that channel. And so after I quit, actually it was right before I was about to quit the company, I was like, you know what? I feel like I could do something with this content because his first season, if you check out the original first season of Team Fighting Championship 2SC, it didn't have any commentary. They didn't add commentary until the second season. So I basically said, why don't I add commentary? Now, the thing is, I like to think of myself as more a comedian than anything. So I said, I don't want to be the only one doing commentary. So there was a guy, Trevor. He actually, I believe now he's either part owner or one of the general managers of MMA Lab in Arizona now. So back then he was a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Now he's either a purple or a brown belt, I don't know. But I was like, Trevor, man, you have all this skill, you have all this knowledge. Come and please, let's just do really simple commentary. To you, it'll be like doing a jiu-jitsu warm-up. He's like, sure. And so that's how it got started. We did for the first, I believe there were 6 episodes or 7 episodes in the original first season of Team Fighting Championship. And so we did those commentaries, and then it probably gave our channel our first like 200 or 300 subscribers. And then Trevor left. Trevor was in LA. He left, went back to Arizona because he missed Arizona so much. So like, darn. And so then the channel didn't have videos. For those of you watching from 2016, if you've been subscribed in 2016, thank you. But so for like 3 months or 2 months, it didn't have any content. And then what happened was I got a new job at a different place in LA, and my neighbor, the neighboring office, the guy was an MMA guy. He was doing a documentary on Fabricio Verdum. And so he's like, Jerry, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working a job to support myself, but on the side, I got this channel. And he liked the channel, and he's like, Jerry, let's do commentary. So that's how Rob, a lot of you like Rob's commentary. That's how Rob got connected with me. It was late in 2016. And so we started continuing doing the commentaries for Team Fighting Championship. And eventually we did commentaries for every single episode. So, that's one of the most popular playlist series on our channel. But yeah, that's basically how Team Fighting Championship and how Fight Commentary Breakdowns took that idea and said, let's add commentary. And that's how it got started. And then kind of like the talk about crazy stuff, reveal the funny stuff, the make fun of bullshit stuff. What happened was I actually did this in 2015 on another channel. So I had a channel 2015 that I was doing pranks on that channel, and part of me just felt like I couldn't sustain it because I was actually pranking, and all the successful prank channels fake their pranks. So like I would get genuine reactions, but I wouldn't get as good reactions as the fake prank channels. So I was trying to pivot on that channel, and I started doing martial arts content, and I started like compiling bullshito and like doing my funny commentary. But what ended up happening was the audience was like, you know, they subscribed to me to see me do stupid stuff. And they're like, I mean, you're still doing stupid stuff, but you're now like martial arts focused. This is kind of jarring. You know, it's part of brand building. You have to stick to a brand, right? I can't be fight commentary breakdowns and tomorrow I'll start doing dance videos. That's like the equivalent of what I did on that channel. So I kind of gave up on it a little. But then once I had fight commentary breakdowns in 2016, and then I had that lull in that period when I was transitioning to have Rob commentate, I was like, you know, I have this stuff from my other channel that totally could add on this channel. So 2017 is when I started putting some of that stuff. So some of the most viral videos from the Bullshito stuff was actually re-edited videos from 2015 that didn't go viral.
I see.
So it's like two sources that collided and came together to become fight commentary breakdowns. More serious commentary and then more humorous commentary. And, you know, audiences, depending on their personalities, like one of the two.
That's amazing, bro. It was a really cool idea that you had of combining both styles together into one. But did you ever expect it to get so big and at the same time to help so many people? Because you're helping people a lot.
Oh, wow. I mean, to anyone who feels like I've helped them, I'm really thankful. I mean, I always tell people, you know, don't take anything I do or anything I say too seriously. I'm mostly a comedian. But what I would say is I had a suspicion that if I did this channel right, it would get big. And that's because I looked at Team Fighting Championship. I looked at people like Shane Faison. And I saw that they focused, right? They focused on a specific thing. And I was like, okay, back when I had that prank channel and I did martial arts videos for like 3 months, some of those videos got like 20,000, 30,000. There was a video that probably would have gone viral, but the guy was a kung fu guy and he like threatened me because he felt like I was not portraying him well. So I was like, well, fuck you then. I'm taking the video down. So a lot of people ask, actually, they're like, Jerry, why don't you ever portray Paul Vunak? I'm like, because Paul Vunak's an asshole. So that's why. I'm not saying like you guys shouldn't go like train under that guy.
Alive? Is still alive? I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's still alive. Paul Vunak. He lives in like California somewhere. But I have records of him like threatening. I saved one of the messages he had of threatening me. So, but that's another reason why I stopped putting content on that prank channel, because I was so disillusioned. I'm like, I was going around filming people, and I did it in like a more documentary format. Like I would go to a gym, film them, interview them, and do stuff like that. And then this fucker was like threatening me, and so. But I had all the other videos, right, the more funny videos. And I said, if these videos could get 20,000 views, 30,000 views, now I have a channel dedicated to this stuff. Hey, maybe they'll get that amount of views too. And thank goodness, you know, God or whoever was on my side, and they didn't get 20,000 views. You know, they got millions of views. Yeah.
Exactly. So why do you know so much about martial arts? Because some of the advices you say are on point, are like, really, really good. It looks to me like you have some type of training and that you do love martial art. Tell me about it, please.
I think maybe why people resonate with my channel is because I have had a lot of bad luck with martial arts. I've trained under a lot of places that didn't work out for me. So a lot of you know, I had 2 good Kung Fu teachers. One when I was in Chicago. I spent a few years in Chicago when I was really little. So I had a good Kung Fu teacher. And then when I was in China, that Kung Fu teacher was awesome. And then when I came to America, I had 2 shitty Kung Fu teachers. So that's what I started. 2 shitty Kung Fu teachers, got a lot of injuries and stuff like that. And then I kind of didn't know where to go from there because I loved martial arts and I didn't know where to go from there. So 2013, a lot of you, if you follow some of my other channels, you know, 2013, I was working at the Philadelphia Fox station, the one that's on 3rd and Market. And so I was kind of not happy there. I was like, well, maybe this is the perfect time since I have a little income to do some martial arts. So I tried to go to BJJ gyms. I tried to go to Muay Thai gyms. I tried to go to different gyms. I shopped around, man. I shopped around Philly. And for anyone living in Philly, the thing about Philadelphia is that there's so much talent, but like, seriously, I feel like none of them know how to run a fucking martial arts business. And so like I checked out so many places, and all of them were just not right for me. And yeah, so like I've seen bad jiu-jitsu schools.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen bad Muay Thai schools. I've seen bad judo schools. And I don't mean bad as in like the instructors weren't qualified. I mean, not to say they weren't qualified. They weren't skilled. Like they were definitely skilled instructors, but a lot of them were horrible teachers who didn't know how to like keep students. I don't know. I'm not going to name names because I still go to Philly sometimes. But so like I've had like that experience of seeing bad martial arts of every single type. And then but I never gave up on this dream to like keep training martial arts. So I would just, whenever I had time, I would just check out martial arts places. And I've in LA, I've seen Kempo McDojos, I've seen Kaiju Kempo McDojos. So even though I've been unlucky seeing so much McDojoism or just bad business, it's given me a lot of like just, I guess you can call it a bullshit meter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is. And maybe that's why, like, when I see something funny, I can make a joke out of it and have it relate to people. Like something that doesn't seem to work or something that seems just to be hilarious or something. I can make it funny and relate to anyone.
I understand. So some people ask me about me, hey, Sergio, when are you going to fight Zoo? And I tell them, hey, guys, Jerry sent the information. He put it on his channel. I don't know if you ever had a contact with Sue or anything. Do you think that Sue Ziadong will ever fight me or fight somebody like me?
So I actually can tell you guys right now. I actually do. I used to talk to Xu Xiaodong. I don't talk to him anymore.
Okay.
And part of the reason I think he stopped talking to me was because of that video. He
My
used
video?
to talk to me. Yeah, it was because of me translating that video. So you see, this is Xu Xiaodong. I used to talk to him, and so like I used to like, and he would reply to me, right? And then the Tim from Bloody Elbow, the publication Bloody Elbow, Tim wanted to get in touch with Xu Xiaodong, so I put Xu Xiaodong in touch with Tim, and then I would. Like he stopped replying to me, and it was around the time when I translated that video. So
I didn't know. Wait 1 second. I didn't know anything of this. You never told me.
Yeah, I mean, part of me thinks that Xu Xiaodong just got busy. Like, even though his social media keeps getting shut down, which is so sad, he's like his publicity is going up so much, and like wherever he goes now, he has fans. So he's been doing a lot of fan meetups in China, in Korea, and stuff like that. So he could just be busy with that, I think. But I don't know. Maybe part of him, he like saw that, oh, I got some friends who I'm not completely on Xu Xiaodong's side. So maybe he's like, okay, screw Jerry. I don't want to talk to him anymore.
Nah. Maybe I think that he may be busy. I don't know. I didn't know that part. So, I have a question about Zoo. Do you think he just really want to expose? Because I get confused sometimes because I did like a lot of what he was doing at the beginning. I just noticed that he was just fighting people who were a little bit, older and out of shape. Even though myself, sometimes you see me, I get super fat because I have a liver problem, and then I get super fit. But my question is, do you think he's just picking on people? Not picking, maybe that's not the word. Like just choosing people who are really bad, and because they're bad, they don't train and they are, I don't know, very old and fat, or just he just one easy target, or he's just really doing a good job? Your opinion, of course. Nothing of this have to be. I know it's a complex question, but it makes me wonder, what does he really want? Does he really want to expose like fake bad kung fu, or he really want to find good kung fu schools or good kung fu fighters? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's two ways to interpret it, right? One is he wants to just fight bad kung fu. He wants to call out the bullshitters. And unfortunately, most of the bullshitters are out of shape or old or whatever. And so it's like a correlation. It's not a causation. It's not that he's specifically picking like the bad people that he knows he can be, right? That's one interpretation. The other interpretation is, well, maybe he is cherry picking his opponents. There's a lot of other people that probably you could call them BS, but maybe they're bigger kung fu guys, or maybe they're whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just magically seems to not arrange, matches with. I don't know. I do think he's well intentioned. But I just from hearing about him when I'm in China, people who met him before he got famous tell me that he was always the type of guy who he'd kind of just be like the type, you know how there's certain friends or just certain people, they might not even be friends. They're just people, maybe they meet you the first time or the second time and they just start smack talking everyone, smack talking your friends, smack talking you, smack talking everyone. Like, and you're just like, wait, do I know you? Are we friends? Why are you gossiping about this guy? Why are you gossiping about me? Like, so he seemed to be like that type of person. And I didn't understand that type of personality until I looked back at some of the people I knew in college. I'm like, oh, I knew people like that, and I avoided them. But like, that's why I don't have a lot of experience with people with this type of personality, but he seems to be that type of personality. And so maybe that rubs off wrong on people. So he's not like badly intentioned, but just how his personality, he just likes talking smack whenever and wherever to anyone and everyone.
Yeah, he outspoken. For the record, I think he can fight. I do like some of his fights. I do like how he moves. People sometimes get me wrong. I just think I can beat him using Kung Fu. But why? Because I train a lot. I did understood what Kung Fu was supposed to be. I have trained other arts that help me understand how I can beat them. For instance, I always tell people, if you never fight a boxer, you know what a boxer is going to do to you. If you're never spar or grapple with a wrestler or somebody from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you have no idea what they're going to do to you. So you cannot have in mind what they're going to do to you if you have never touched hands with them, to call it like that. But anyway, talking about your channel, what is the next big plan that you have in mind? Because I also like a lot of the interviews that you do yourself. So what do you have in mind for the channel?
So I think a few things to look forward to for people who follow Fight Commentary. Coach Paris is about to do his black belt test. In fact, I think he was calling me today to just give me some updates. I don't know. So, but Coach Paris will do his black belt test too soon. So I'm going to get that on my channel.
Excellent.
I want to definitely do more interviews, and probably what will happen is I will probably try to interview the guy from Street Beefs. His name is Chris. I want to interview him.
I'm friend of his, so you know.
Nice.
Excellent,
yeah. So Chris, I might want to interview, and then there is talk, and this is totally in the air right now. McDojo Life.
Yeah, of course. You introduced me to him. I just talked to him once.
Nice. He's super cool, and apparently him and a bunch of people want to go to China to interview Xu Xiaodong. And I don't know what their budget is. I don't know what exactly they're planning, but they did contact me. So we'll see. I mean, you know about me. It's like if I have to put up my own money and fly myself, I probably won't do it. So, but that's something, a potential collaboration with McDojo Life. And then some other stuff. I mean, there's always videos that I can analyze. In fact, the first time I featured viewers, it's opened up the floodgates. Now so many viewers want to submit their content. So I think this year will be a lot of that, just viewers submitting their content and us just giving viewers who train hard, who want to show off for people to critique, etc., give them some publicity. So I think those are some of the plans for this year.
That's good, man. That's amazing. I don't know if this year I'm going to go to Los Angeles. I have a lot of good friends there. If I'm back there, I'm going to let you know ahead of time so we can meet up and maybe train a little bit. Now, this is me as a friend asking your advice for me. What can I do better in my sparrings that you would like to see? So maybe in the next 3-4 months that, as you know, I'm going to be training super hard for what's coming for me. What would you recommend me based on your experience that you would like to see more in my sparrings? Give me an advice.
Are we allowed to tell people about the IKF thing?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. For sure.
Yeah, so Sergio, I mean, just told me this, but Sergio is going to very likely compete in IKF this year, right?
Correct.
Nice. And so I'm just looking at the rules right now. It says Muay Thai, full contact or semi-contact. Are you doing the full contact?
No, I'm gonna do the full contact because what I have in mind is do a series of videos with Crew Dave. It's gonna be called Beautiful Violence, and it's gonna be the making of a world champion in Muay Thai, of course. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna be a world champion, but it's gonna be all that it takes to get from regular training to fight in those type of events for the championship. He had already made like 2 world champions. One of them is what his name is. I'm sorry, I have a video with him on the channel. He's fighting on February 8th right here in Miami. Big guy that beat me up in one of my sparrings. It's like a month old. Well, anyway, that guy, he won the championship. Apparently, I have to do 3 fights in a day, and I'm gonna be fighting people that do Muay Thai. So, what do you think I should do?
And is it like full Muay Thai rules, like clinches and everything, elbows, knees, or like no knees, no elbows?
I haven't read the rules. I don't know if there's gonna be elbows, but we do train with elbows here.
Oh, okay, I see. How's your cardio?
Working on that. My cardio right now is better, like better even than the last fight you review. I mean, 5 fights better because I have learned a lot of new tricks to improve the cardio, even though I'm heavy now. I'm very heavy. But my condition has improved a lot. Condition for fighting. I'm running every day for 5K. I'm doing a lot of, I don't know the name, I think it's rubber exercise. I'm doing a lot of heavy back training with elastic bands. I'm doing a lot of sparring on Saturdays and Fridays, which actually after I disconnect with you, I have to go to train. And then after training, I run again. So my cardio, to put it this way, a month ago, whenever I finish a round, I will sit down and I was like, catching my breath, waiting for the minute, and then starting. Right now, I finished the round and I can Wilson and everything, and I'm like,
wow, that's awesome. Well, I mean, I think with good cardio, that's great.
So you think my biggest improvement based on what you see is I have to get my cardio to the maximum, right?
How many, I guess, what are the rounds like? How many rounds and how long, etc.?
Since it's amateur, it's 2 minute rounds. You have to.
And how many rounds?
3.
3. Okay. That's
1 minute.
Fine. I mean, this is just something, just watching a lot of these amateur fighters. What happens is a lot of times they're very explosive during the first round. They want to like knock the person out, right? They want to get really far, and then it's like by the second round, third round, they're like, So that's something that worked out for. But I don't really see that in you. But that's just something I see in general. That's true. I'll pace it, time it.
To take my time.
Yeah, take your time, basically. Especially if your cardio is good, right? You last the 3 rounds. Get them on the 3rd round.
That's true. Let's see. Okay, my brother. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the contact you have given me and all the help you have given me. I do appreciate all you do, not only for me, if not for other people. Your channel is super fun, and I like it a lot. So is there anything you want to say before we cut the video?
I think I like Sergio's channel a lot. Sergio's super cool. And Sergio, can you let people know also, let my audience know too, what is your Spanish, like what is your fight commentary channel in Spanish called?
You mean your channel, how it's called, or my channel?
Yours? Because you have a Spanish channel too,
yes,
right?
I do. Which I'm gonna stop it for like 3 or 4 months because I want to focus really, really hard on training. I'm training normally 2 hours a day. Now I want to train 6 hours a day. So I want to be the best I can be. But the name of the channel is Combate Práctico. It's basically the same thing in English translated to Spanish. Instead of
Combate Práctico.
Exactly. Okay. It means exactly the same thing. It only that in English I put practical combat martial arts because I was always thinking to put more than Kung Fu and more than what I know. Spanish is Combate Práctico in case anyone wants to check it out.
Definitely. I mean, and you have different content, or is it the same content on both channels?
No, different. Different. In the Spanish channel, I do a lot of directs. I do put the same sparring here and there, but it's different. It's different. And I do a lot of, I'm even reviewing katas and forms, which I don't do it here in Practical Combat. And I'm bringing a lot of masters. Why? Because I mean, in United States, yes, but in Miami, most of the people come from Colombia, from Cuba, from Argentina, everything from South America, and I know them all. So what I do is I do this type of interviews with them, and I know most of the great and big masters in South America, and I put them on the channel. That's what I did in Combate Practical.
Wow. Okay, I see. So yeah, that's definitely, and I'll let my viewers know too about that, because I wasn't even subscribed, but I knew you had a channel in Spanish, so I just subscribed to your channel in Spanish.
Thank you. But remember, it's going to be stopped like for 3-4 months, because I really need to concentrate in this so you have good material to review the fights.
That's right.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Let's cut it right here, the interview. It was a pleasure. It's always good to speak to you. Fun guy. Guys, please go to Jerry. Like all the videos. Make sure you like every video and fight commentary breakdowns. It's going to help him a lot. Share the videos. And thank you very much, my brother.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Our
you,
man.
brother.
Practical Combat Martial Arts, man.
Thank you.